Hi guys, so this is Superman versus Spider-Man Part 2. So, Chapter 2, When Heroes Clash. Far below in the streets surrounding Manhattan's Columbus Circle, eyes turn skyward in pedestrian stare. And honestly, Pilgrim, can you blame them? Far out. It's really you, Superman. Correct, Web Slinger. I've heard reports about you. You better have an explanation for what you've done. Or, my friend, take my word, you're going to be sorry. What I've done? You got that backwards, fella. You're the man who's got some explaining to do. And you better start pronto before I... Huh? Where? Something's wrong here. Knowing Spider-Man's background, I assumed he was connected with the phony Superman who caused Lois's disappearance. But listening to him, I'm not so sure. Our plan's working better than expected, Luthor. Look. Superman wasn't due to arrive for the convention's opening till this afternoon. But considering the opportunity this supplies us with, I suppose we shouldn't complain. Spider-Man. Oh, but considering the opportunity this supplies us with, I suppose we shouldn't complain. Spider-Man appears determined to battle our flying foe, Octopus. Since he's being so cooperative, why don't we give him an assist? You mean that red sun radiation device you prepared? Precisely. Though the radiation charge is purely temporary, it should stir up things rather nicely indeed. Spider-Man, I've been thinking, perhaps all this is a mistake. You bet there's been a mistake. And Buster, you made it. Kapow. Stunned more by the fact of the blow than its force, Superman plummets earthward where? Almost smashed that statue. I don't know where Spider-Man got such power. And at the moment I don't care. That fool web spinner has made me mad. Oh yeah? Well, I got a news flash for you, Soups. You're not half so tough as you think you are. Thoom. Snap. Crash. Wow. Maybe Mary Jane is right. Maybe I did have nails for breakfast. All the years I've been web-slinging, I never could do that before. Flip. I don't know whether to feel great or lousy. He's supposed to be one of the toughest guys around, and here I am fighting him like he's a common crook. Talk about mind boggles. Of all the stupid, stubborn clowns I've ever met, Spider-Man, you take the cake. Can't you get it into your skull that I've been trying to talk to you? So talk. Tell me where you got Mary Jane. I'll tell you this, web-slinger. Get your head calm now, or so help me all. Stuff it, Superman. I've been bossed around all day, but not anymore. Bam. We'll talk on my terms, understand? Can't get over how easy this guy is. Man, is this guy overrated. Bam. Rip. That does it. Even a Superman can only be pushed so far. I'm going to teach you a lesson, Spider-Man. One you'll never forget. Go ahead and take your best shot. Finished? Good. Now it's my turn. Great Krypton, what am I doing? If this blow connects, it'll kill him. I have to pull my punch. Hope it's in time. But though the punch is stopped, the wind blast is not. A second later, the shockwave strikes. With the force of a compact hurricane. Yow! Swoosh, sprank. Screech. So Soups thought he was angry, huh? He hasn't seen angry till he's seen me angry. And boy, am I angry now. Will you listen to me? Spider-Man, wait! This fighting won't get us anywhere. Boff. Thud. At precisely that instant, guess what wears off? Spider-Man, how do you get so hard so suddenly? Is this a trick or what? My hand. Yow, thud. You have gotten harder. Well, whatever it is, it won't work. Thump. You're going to tell me where Mary Jane is. Whump. or I'll tear you apart. Whack, whack, whack. Wham, 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 thap. Oh boy, I broke my hands. Ready to talk, web slinger? One thing's for sure. I can't do much else, pain or no pain. I'm sincerely about that, Spider-Man, believe me. You know something? Maybe you are. I think it's time we compared notes, don't you? Super Guy, I'm all ears. One large lump of exposition later. Pal, we've been duped. Undoubtedly. The question is, do we let the dupers, whoever they are, get away with what they've done? Or do we join forces and fight them together? For that you need an answer? I suppose not. Let's shake on it, partner. Let's. And let's not shake it again until after I get a titanium steel hand. Ouch. Chapter 3, The Call of Battle. Down there, Spider-Man, the old Penn Central Railroad yard. It's not used much anymore but judging by the energy residue I've been following since we've left Columbus Circle. It's currently the headquarters of our super imposter. Wow, the things you can do with X-ray vision. Don't you ever stun yourself, Super Soul Boy? Actually, no. I didn't think so. Well, are we going to stand here all day? Or is one of us going to go inside? Don't bother answering that one, Soups. You ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. Good luck, web-slinger. Good luck I don't need. A good flashlight, on the other hand. Thunk. Huh? The old suddenly shutting door trick, eh? Too bad I was hoping for something more imagined. Whoops! Machine guns in the floorboards. Bratata. Something tells me I should have kept my mouth shut. Well, one thing about being a human spider, when floors get too sticky, you can always walk on walls. Yeah, zzz. The wall's electrified. Okay, floors and walls are out, maybe. Out. Maybe the ceiling. Tack, tack, tack. Ugh. Red hot. Gotta get out of this madhouse. Whip, before it kills me. Woo, at least I'm safe out here, and... Now what? My spider sense warning me. There's some sort of wire screen, designed to slice me apart like a Vegematic. Dodge, duck, flip. One more turn, I made it. I've waited long enough. Spider-Man has done his part. Now it's my turn. Swoosh. Ram. Superman! You're not so much on the subtle approach, are you, big fella? Hey, look who's playing house. Doc Ock and... Wham. Lex Luthor, very perceptive. As you can see, Lex and I have joined forces. Even as you have, though our teaming is for a somewhat less altruistic reason. Just tell me where Lois is, Luthor. Yeah, and the kid with her. Or else we'll... Temper, Spider-Man, temper. The girls haven't been harmed, I assure you. A glance at the small TV monitor will prove what I say. We captured them for a reason, Wallcrawler. They're bait. And bringing you to us, they have achieved their purpose. Of course, the game isn't over yet. No, as a matter of fact, it hasn't yet begun. What? Vanishing? Grab them before... Oh, I get it. This gizmo must be a hologram projector, casting an image of those two from somewhere else. Yes, but where? Good question, and I think I see a way to find out. These computers control that gadget, and as far as I can tell, they haven't been deprogrammed. I'll just print out the key and we'll... No! Superman leaps forward, and in one split second, two things occur. Whoosh, the boom. A burst of super breath carries Superman backwards, and the computer system explodes. Are you all right, web slinger? I felt better and I felt worse. What happened? One of Luthor's friendly little booby traps. I spotted it with my X-ray vision just as you made your move. Terrific. We're up a creek, right? Wrong. At super speed, using my photographic memory, I can reassemble this computer from the smallest circuit up in the time it takes you to blink an eye. Done. Care to give it a try, Spider-Man? Have you ever thought of hiring out to weddings or bar mitzvahs? The talent like yours, you could be better than Henny Youngman. Clicka, clicka, clicka. Here we go. 3.4 south latitude, 37.22 east longitude. That's Africa, isn't it? To be specific, Spider-Man. That's Mount Kilimanjaro. And so mere minutes later, the two red and blue blurs streak across the African sky, descending at last to the plains south of Kilimanjaro and west to the Pear Mountains, where... I'll handle this, Spider-Man. These warriors are Masi, a nomadic tribe familiar to this region. Greetings. My friend and I have come from the sky, seeking two evil men. One is a man of many arms who... You're Superman, aren't you? I saw photos of you when I studied in London. My name is Nuchaka. If there's anything you need, I'm your man. Soon in the nearby Amasi village. My father should be able to help you, Superman. Nothing happens around here without Chaga's knowledge. But after the necessary introductions have been made... Small problem. Chaga would like a sample of your superpower as a trade thing. Glad to oblige. Will this do? Apparently it does. And moments later, please take with us, Superman. It's our finest food. A mixture of milk and cattle blood. Thanks, but we pass. At last the rituals are over. Nuchaka joins our costume crusaders, and as their guide leads them north to Kilimanjaro. One of our wet warriors disappeared in this area months ago. Since then, my people have avoided this place because of rumors that it's haunted. There, that's the boulder I told you about. Where do your tribemen vanished? It's some sort of stone door, Nuchaka. Proof that your warrior was captured not by spirits, but by Lex Luthor. Don't look now, Soups, but I think our vanished tribesmen have reappeared. Bump. And how? Nuchaka, look out! Ugh. Too late, Nuchaka's out for the count. Gotta web this guy before... Uh-oh. Rip, rip. So, you tore my webbing. So, big deal. Wham. Let's see if you shrug this off, fella. Thrum. Bomb. Luthor's in back of it, all right. This Masai is strong. Stronger than humanly feasible. In fact, he's as strong as Spider-Man was when we battled in New York. I wonder, can Luthor have developed a way to make men invulnerable to my super strength? Hey, that sword! Its blade cut my hair. That's impossible. Unless red sun radiation. Spider-Man, you're webbing. When I fought you earlier, I analyzed it with my supervision. I believe I can change the chemical balance in your web with a dose of heat vision. Superman says it's a slim chance, but forget the buts, fella. Let's do it. Fwit, fwit. Far out. Your eyeball rays are hardening my web to the consistency of steel. You know, Soups, as a team, we're not half bad. Stick with your tribesmen, Nuchaka. The Big S and I are going to check out... Wow. Your pal Luthor goes for gizmos and a big way, Soups. You asked me, he's seen too many James Bond movies. Lex Luthor isn't the sort of man you joke about, Spidey. And everything he does, he's deadly serious. For example, what we have here is an empty rocket silo. I'll give you one guess what that means. It means we just missed the boat, Superman. Luthor and Ock have been here and gone. But where? My friend, I got a very good idea. There it is. There it is, Octopus, the satellite headquarters of the Injustice Gang. Oh, okay, so the Injustice Gang was around. Okay, so that's like sort of the Injustice League. There were a bunch of DC supervillain teams, like yeah, it was the Injustice Gang, Injustice League, Legion of Doom, and Secret Society of Supervillains. Those were the names of them. For the next few weeks, it's home sweet home. So Chapter 4, the Doomsday Decision. Who or what is the Injustice Gang, Luthor? Another one of your prick projects to rule the world? Hardly, Doctor. For a time, Several months ago, a number of so-called villains banded together to fight justice. Thus the name Injustice Gang. Unfortunately, without my criminal genius to guide them, they were quickly defeated by the forces of good. Their satellite was abandoned, derelict. I think they were led by Libra, the character, and I think Poison Ivy. Yeah, Poison Ivy and Scarecrow were in there, I think, in the Injustice Gang. So naturally, you simply appropriated it for your own use. Naturally. Ah, ladies, I'm pleased you're still well. I hope you enjoyed your trip. Teleportation can sometimes be rather somewhat unsettling, I know. Luthor, and all the time we've spent together, you still haven't explained. What are we doing here? Why are we baiting our two worst enemies where? Control yourself, Octopus. The answer to all your questions is this. I stole this programming circuit before Superman captured me yesterday. I managed to hide it while he brought me to jail. With it, we can destroy our foes once and for all, and simultaneously achieve the greatest blackmail payoff in the history of mankind. So relax, my friend. The game's just begun. Interlude, New York, New York. A small one, Scotty? No, on second thought, make it a large one, and hold the water. Hard times, Jameson? Oh, Ed, sure. No more than usual, and you? I don't play games, Jameson. When I've got a problem, I let it all hang out. Right now, I've got a problem, a big one. Don't flatter yourself, Edge. You run a television station. I run a newspaper. So I do, Jameson. Remember the Daily Planet? Yes, sir. You've got workers you can trust. What are you, a comedian? Pardon? Take Clark Kent, for example. Is that a serious offer? You are a comedian, Jameson. Kent is my best reporter, or he would be if he were around if I need him. Reminds me of a photographer I know. Peter Parker, good, but unreliable. Exactly like my man Kent. Here we've got the biggest story of the year, and what happens? My top TV newspaper disappears in a cloud of dust, like the Lone Ranger with glasses. You just can't get good help these days, Morgan, my boy. Jameson, let me ask you, do you always talk in cliches, or is today something special? Never mind, it seems they just launched ComLab. Can't blame them. Going in spite of this morning's disturbance. Those things are expensive after all. All systems are operational. Prepare for heat shield release. Heat shield released. Good, they've released the heat shield. Now I can take over. Take over? Prepare for communications tower rotation. Communications tower rotated. We've got a piece of cake here today, fellas. Don't you see, Octopus? The programming element I stole from Star. It allows me to manipulate the signals reaching ComLab. Couple of minutes, we'll have this baby working like an old pro. Prepare for solar panel unfurling. Solar panels unfurled. Substituting my commands for the electronic orders of mission control. ComLab is mine! Now! What on earth? One of the communication lasers. It's gone haywire. I sent the high-intensity laser probe into the Earth's atmosphere. We've won, Doctor! We've won! Soups was right. Whatever Lexi and Ock are up to, it involves ComLab. Me, I still don't understand how MJ and Miss Lane fit in. Well, ours not to reason why, etc., etc. Spider-Man seems to be handling that borrowed space shuttle module very well. But it's a safe bet he can't stop the damage that Berserk laser probe is doing on Earth. No doubt about it, this is a job for Superman. And what sort of damage is being done to the old Green Hills? The worst possible. Across Middle America, wild storms begin to brew, raging with explosive fury. If I don't stop that laser, the atmosphere may go into a chain reaction. Hurricane building on hurricane, gale upon gale, until the entire Earth ecology is kicked out of balance. Uh-oh, Soups is in trouble. I'd better, whoops. Laser Knight knocked out the life support system. Losing air. Blacking out. Darkness follows, clutching our hapless heroes like smoldering hand, drawing them into unconsciousness. And when the darkness breaks apart, surprise, Kryptonian, don't be. I used ultra-frequency sonics and that laser probe, powerful enough to hurt even you. Luthor, what's the purpose of all this? You mean you haven't guessed? The purpose is blackmail, old enemy. As you can see on this monitor screen, most of the Midwest, from New Orleans down to St. Louis to Chicago, is in the midst of a hurricane. My doing, of course, thanks to an alteration of ComLab's advanced communications equipment. Unless the U.S. government pays me $10 billion within the next hour, I'll allow this storm center to spread and build until it swamps the entire world. Our position seems clear, Spider-Man? Very. We gotta move, and move fast. No, it isn't possible. Both of you are stunned, groggy. Yet no matter. I can control the artificial gravity in this satellite with a push of a button. And without gravity, you are helpless. Wham. Superman is still off balance from Luthor's sonic blast, which gives me just the advantage I need to keep those super strong fists out of reach. Oh, great. Without gravity, my web shooters won't fire straight. Whip. And I can't break my momentum or oomph. If I time this properly, Luthor and I will have killed two birds with one stone. Wham. Web slinger, this just isn't working out. We've got to act as a team. Thrup. I'm with you, fella. The question is, how? There's a form of Oriental fighting. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I think that's a slur. I don't know. Anyway, if you don't resist your opponent... Well, back then it wasn't. But anyway, instead you allow him to make his first move, and then you use that move against him. Not a bad philosophy, eh, Wallcrawler? Braboom. My glasses. I can't see. Of course, thanks to equal and opposite reactions, it does backfire now and then. Slack. Still dizzy from Luthor's sonic weapon. Not good. So this last panel where he's talking about like how, like from Asia or whatever, like these martial arts. So that proves Superman's a martial artist. That's one of the reasons Superman. He also knows like two Kryptonian martial arts as well. So of course, still dizzy from Luthor's sonic weapon. Not good. At ease, Doctor. Your glasses are in safe hands. While our enemies flounder weightlessly, my jet boots provide me. What now? Is that fair, Lexi? Let our cat catch his own glasses. Octopus, up here! That's one more that I owe you, Luthor. And when you least expect it, you'll be repaid. The money we'll receive is enough for one man-nut. Oh no! They're broken! Look at your monitor, Lex. The worldwide hurricane is growing. You've got to stop it now, or it might be too late. Are you insane? Why should I forego my revenge? Pow! What are you, a sickie? There are people down there. Men, women, children. And speaking of those people, Super Spider-Man, if they're to survive, I better do something about that tsunami heading towards the East Coast. Super tidal wave. Stan and Carmine. Octopus, don't stand there like a fool. Do something. Kill them. If I didn't know better, Lex, I swear you didn't like me. Better get a move on, Superman. Can you hold the fort alone? Does Warner Brothers make movies? First, the airlock. And if I'm lucky, I'll get through before Luthor can activate a defense device. Breaking free of Spider-Man's grasp, Luthor does just that. Crit, click, click. Trapping the Man of Steel inside a narrow airlock chamber. Doors shut both fore and aft. Of course, it's a futile trap, considering the trappee. Luthor's slipping. The pressure is about to get to him. He's always walked a fine line between genius and insanity, and this time I think he's taken the fatal fall. The heroes caught in a desperate situation, each weakened by a battle, both battered by forces beyond the ken of mortal men. Try to imagine how you'd feel if your acts determined the fate of the world. And don't kid yourself, friend, that's what's at stake here. The world. You see, Spider-Man, in moments the chain reaction will start, and what began as a simple blackmail plan will end in the glorious destruction of a planet which held my genius in contempt. That's why I brought Superman here through Miss Lane, to witness the final culmination of my black ambition. Oh boy, you hear that guy, Aki? He's going to destroy the Earth. Where are you going to spend your loot then, friend?
Dear Lord, he's mad. I can't let you do it, Luthor. The Earth is my home too.
Crash.
No! You destroy the programming module. I've lost control of the ComLad's laser probe. You blind, interfering fool. Fortunately, the act was pointless. Though the chain reaction is broken, the Atlantic coast will still be smashed beneath a 200-mile tidal wave. Just as you'll be smashed, you traitor.
No fair, Lex. Ock did his duty. I only hope he did it soon enough, and that Superman can turn that wave back. If not... oh shit, sorry about that. Goodbye, Boston, goodbye, New York, goodbye, Washington. Well, I guess you get the point. Indeed we do, wall crawler. 1 mile high, 200 miles long. One slim chance to stop it, if only my head would clear. Faster and faster flies the man of tomorrow, until with a thundering crash he shatters the sound barrier, and continues to blast from Mach 1 through Mach 2, Mach 3, creating a cresting wall of sound, which meets the onrushing wall of water. Pow! The irresistible object greeting the immovable force. For an instant the floods of Noah wash the earth once more, and then, of a sudden, there is peace. Afterward, imagine Luthor's ego, coming to New York just to grab Lois Lane as bait for a trap to knit you. Guess it was lucky he grabbed my girl too, huh? Luck or destiny? Yeah, well, who knows. I hope we meet again, Spider-Man. You hope? Don't forget me. After all, it isn't every day two living legends go around making history. Am I right, or am I right? Spidey, old friend, I don't think anyone's ever been righter. So it says the end, but there's an epilogue. Not quite, there's still our ever-loving epilogue. 20 minutes later, after delivering their respective villains to their respective jails, two heroes switch to their alter egos as setting up an automatic video camera to record our arrival in Columbus Circle was a stroke of genius, Clark. Some great pictures on my automatic snapshotter of me and Soups hitting the Coliseum just now. Good thinking, Peter, my man. Get the drift, reader? If not, just jump ahead a few moments to a scene in a nearby restaurant. Kent, you're unbelievable. An exclusive story. Positive? If you're talking about Superman and Spider-Man in Manhattan, I got some pics of that myself. Peter Parker, long time no see.
Did you say photos?
It seems we cover the same event, Parker, though I don't recall seeing you there. I stick to the shadows, Kent. Apparently, just like you. Well, Jonah, do I get a raise?
Hey, we'll talk about that tomorrow, Peter, me boy. In the meantime, have a dinner on me.
Jonah, you're a real saint.
True, so true.
Maybe you'll anchor our convention coverage after all, Kent. Go ahead. Take Lane to dinner on me. Thanks, Mr. Edge. And so as our heroes fade into the sunset, we bid them a fond farewell, secure in the knowledge that peace reigns on earth, and that justice is triumphant. For tonight anyway. And folks, that is definitely the end. So here's there's an instructional how the cover was made. So how this famous this famous cover was born. Creating an interesting cover can be a difficult job at best. When it features the top heroes of two comic publishers, it presents special problems. DC publisher Carmine Infantino began with the idea of confrontation between Supes and Spidey, but here neither hero is fully shown. A background was needed, and with these super doers, the skyscrapers of New York seemed a natural battleground, but the angle wasn't right and Superman dominated the picture. Carmine switched to a down shot from atop the Empire State Building. If it was good enough for King Kong, it was good enough for us. Now the figures were closer to the same size. Stan Lee agreed to this layout. Note the signatures on the sketch. So Stan Lee, Carmine Infantino. And pencil. Next came a preliminary pencil sketch. The attitudes of the heroes were altered slightly for greater impact. And the finished cover. Ross Andrew took it from there, creating the finished pencils, which Dick Giordano inked to produce a cover worthy of the story inside, a true milestone in comics history. And that was a great story. I love that story. I never read that before, actually. But anyway. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, I really like this story. It's a very good story. If you guys would like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you. And I'll see you guys later.